Big news from Honda. They've just dropped a huge announcement that's not looking good for race car driver Lance Stroll. What's going on? It seems like big changes might be coming his way, and it could shake things up. Are you ready to find out what Honda said and what it means for Lance? So let's dive into this video today to know all the details. Honda has recently shared insights into its involvement with Aston Martin, particularly regarding who will drive for the team starting in 2026. With Honda providing engines to Aston Martin, they plan to actively decide the team's driver lineup. This new dynamic introduces a shift in how decisions might be made within the Silverstone-based team, potentially affecting the current drivers. Lance Stroll, whose seat at Aston Martin has seemed secure due to his father owning the team, might face new challenges. Despite the familial connection offering him a layer of security, Honda's proactive approach in driver selection suggests that even Stroll may need to enhance his performance to secure his future with the team. This development raises questions about whether financial influences will continue to dominate or if merit and performance will gain importance in the decision-making process. The Formula One drivers' market shows signs of significant activity, with Fernando Alonso deciding to continue with Aston Martin amidst speculations of potential moves to other top teams like Mercedes or Red Bull. Honda's involvement indicates a strategic interest in shaping the team's future, particularly who will team up with Alonso starting in 2026. Honda's influence on Aston Martin's future lineup. Ki Watab, the sporting director of Honda F1 Racing, highlighted the depth of discussions that occurred between Honda and Aston Martin as they prepared for their partnership beginning in 2026. These talks included evaluating driver lineups, where Honda recognized Fernando Alonso as a top-class driver. Aston Martin consulted Honda about extending Alonso's contract, showing the collaborative approach to these decisions. While Honda did not push for any specific changes, they emphasized the importance of having a strong driver lineup to achieve competitive success. The situation brings particular attention to Lance Stroll, whose position in the team has been comfortably secured by his father, Lance Stroll, owning the team. However, Honda's involvement might change the dynamics, especially given Lance's mixed performances and controversies, such as his outbursts towards racing engineers. These incidents have been perceived negatively, contrasting with the professionalism expected at the elite levels of racing. Honda, bringing its championship-winning pedigree to the partnership, expects high standards. They aim to compete at the top levels of both drivers' and constructors' championships. This goal puts pressure on Lance to improve his performance and attitude, and on his father Lawrence to ensure that team dynamics lead to success. Honda's strategic plans for Aston Martin from 2026. Starting in 2026, Honda has set high expectations for its collaboration with Aston Martin, aiming to elevate the team back to podium contention. Recognizing the need for a robust driver lineup to achieve these goals, Honda has been actively developing talent through its academy. Yuki Tsunoda, a notable figure from this program, has begun to realize his potential on the track after a few years of development. Honda's commitment extends to other promising drivers like Liam Lawson, who, after a successful stint in 2023 with 3 race victories, is seen as a potential candidate for a more competitive seat at Aston Martin. Despite Honda's forward-looking strategy, internal dynamics at Aston Martin could complicate decisions. Lance Stroll, the team leader, has openly declared his commitment to retaining his son, Lance Stroll, in a driving position irrespective of his performance. This stance has historically deterred potential investors due to concerns over the team's meritocratic integrity. However, existing partners like Aramco are keen to deepen their involvement, possibly even acquiring a significant stake in the Silverstone-based squad. Recent developments suggest Lance Stroll might be considering reducing his leadership stake, influenced by pressures from the main car factory in England to offset losses in other areas. As Aston Martin prepares for the 2026 Formula One season, the dynamics within the team are increasingly influenced by its partners. Having convinced Fernando Alonso to continue with Aston Martin based on their championship-winning experience with Red Bull, Honda is set to play a significant role in the team's future. This partnership is viewed positively as it marks a continuation of Aston Martin's independence from Mercedes, enhancing the team's competitive prospects. However, this scenario presents challenges for Lance Stroll, the team owner, particularly concerning the performance comparisons between his son, Lance Stroll, and Alonso. Given Alonso's impressive track record and Honda's high expectations, Lawrence is aware of the limited likelihood of Lance outperforming Alonso or any future successors. This situation is complicated by the support from Aramco, which tends to align more closely with Honda's vision than with Lawrence's more familial approach to team management. Amidst these strategic shifts, Yuki Tsunoda, another rising star associated with Honda, remains diplomatically committed to his current team, Red Bull Racing Bulls. When asked about a potential move to Aston Martin, Tsunoda emphasized his contractual obligations to Red Bull, acknowledging his current commitments respectfully, despite the possibilities that may arise with Honda's involvement at Aston Martin. Helmut Marko, representing Red Bull, also commented on the situation, noting that any move by Honda to bring Tsunoda over to Aston Martin would require discussions with Red Bull first, due to the existing contractual obligations. Amidst the shifting alliances and potential driver changes at Aston Martin, a fascinating subplot has emerged involving three-time world champion Max Verstappen. Kei Watabe of Honda expressed a hopeful perspective regarding the possibility of collaborating with Verstappen in the future. While the separation from Red Bull in 2026 makes an immediate partnership unlikely, Honda remains committed to exploring opportunities to reunite with Verstappen down the line. Watabe acknowledged that although a quick reunion with Verstappen post-2026 isn't anticipated, the long-standing relationship between Honda and Verstappen lays a foundation for potential future collaborations. The mutual respect and trust built over their years working together have created a bond that Honda hopes to rekindle in the future. Watabe highlighted the strong connection between Honda's team and Verstappen, noting the collective pride in their past achievements and the emotional moments shared. Verstappen highlighted the Honda logo during a victorious podium in Austria. Despite the future uncertainties, Honda and Verstappen are focused on their current collaboration with Red Bull, aiming to secure another championship before their partnership concludes. This commitment reflects their immediate goals and underscores the strong teamwork and dedication that have characterized their relationship. Kei Watabe also shared a poignant memory from the Red Bull Ring, where Max Verstappen's appreciation for Honda was vividly displayed. This moment is cherished particularly because it symbolizes the deep bond between Verstappen and the Honda team. Verstappen's public acknowledgement of Honda's contributions not only boosted the morale of the team, but also underscored the significance of their collaboration. Upcoming regulatory changes and new challenges. Looking ahead to 2026, Formula One is poised for a significant transformation with major regulation changes, particularly focusing on engine and battery power. This shift is expected to redefine the landscape of the sport. Red Bull, traditionally reliant on Honda's expertise, is set to embark on a new journey as an independent engine producer with its powertrains branded by Ford. Although it is technically newcomers in this arena, its extensive experience and borrowed intellectual properties from Honda provide a solid foundation. The impending regulations and Red Bull's evolution into an engine manufacturer signify a pivotal moment for both Red Bull and Honda. As Honda departs, taking valuable engineering knowledge and experience, they leave behind a legacy that will influence Red Bull's future endeavors. For Aston Martin, their strengthened ties with Honda could position them advantageously within the championship race, potentially enhancing their ability to compete for points more effectively than ever before. To achieve their goals, the team needs two really good drivers. This might sound a bit harsh, but it seems that the only way to do this is if Lance leaves the team. We're not saying Lance can't handle pressure, we're just saying there might not be a place for him. His own father has hinted that Lance can only lead the team without the extra pressure. However, when outside pressures like those from Honda start affecting Aston Martin, Lawrence might have to think hard about tough talk. He could move his son to another racing category within Aston Martin, making space for a driver who can consistently win races and attract sponsors. With all this in mind, Do you think Honda would choose someone other than Stroll if they could? More importantly, do you think there could be a situation where Lawrence sees that his son's poor performance is damaging the team so much that he actually moves him to another racing series? So, comment below your views and subscribe for more such videos.